The Federalist Videos returns ahead of 5 major states set for primary battles on Tuesday. Only 1 week after a contentious New York in which an establishment candidate and a frontrunner who is anti-establishment, 5 states vote tomorrow. They vote to determine the potential presidential candidates for their respective parties. Because wins by Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in the majority of those 5 states will shore up their respective parties' nominations. However, this system, primary system, is one in which needs severe reevaluation. Nearly 3 million voters in New York were locked out of last week's Democratic primary because in New York, only registered Democrats can vote. And if an independent or a Republican sought to change their allegiance, they needed to do so 6 months ago. 6 months is a long time. 6 months ago, there were more Republican candidates in the field than there were Smurfs in the entire village. 6 months ago, people thought that John Kasich still was not a raging asshole. And people believed that Bernie Sanders had no shot at winning the Democratic nomination. This has changed, and it's changed very quickly. He won 7 of 8 states, and he came close. He came really close to winning in New York. And the thing with Sanders and his campaign is momentum. If you take a look at polls in every single state, Sanders has significantly cut into Clinton's lead. Just in January, Sanders trailed Clinton in Pennsylvania by 45 points. And as of this past weekend, trails her by only 11. In New York by 70 and lost by 20. And despite the contrarian belief, his views are not radical. So if you want to help make a change, if you want to see primaries be opened and truly democratic, please sign this petition today. Help get this petition on the desk of New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. As of this recording, the petition has 415 supporters. Help us get to 500 supporters. Help show that these primaries are undemocratic and unconstitutional. That provisional 6-month waiting times to change party allegiances is incredibly prohibitive to the democratic process. And help ensure that situations like Arizona and New York do not hinder the will of the general public. And yes, these systems existed previous to these primaries. Voters should have known what they got themselves into, but just because you know or maybe are generally unaware of what's going on doesn't mean that we should sacrifice our natural rights as citizens of this country, a democratic country, to concede to an oligarchy, to concede to a system that caters for the few and not the many. So please, take a stand today. Promote your First Amendment right to petition and make a change. Join the political revolution today. Thank you for joining me on the Federalist Videos. We will be back tomorrow to discuss the results of the primaries.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.